The compact truck segment is having a moment again. Not everyone needs a land yacht with a six-figure price tag and parking anxiety baked in. For a lot of drivers, the sweet spot sits right in that compact zone. Truck makers recognize that, and besides existing models, we'll have a few more of these pickups in the foreseeable future. That's why we're lining up the 7 best compact trucks of 2027 and ranking them from worst to best. By the end of this list, you'll know which small pickups are worth your time and where the real value lives. Join us as we explore the world of wheels. Subscribe now and buckle up for the adventure. Number 7. 2027 Toyota Stout. When the first wave of compact trucks broke cover and proved there was real demand for smaller pickups, the rumor mill went into overdrive. Toyota didn't rush it. In typical fashion, the company took its time, studied the segment, and waited for the right opening. The problem is that the opening didn't stay open forever. By the time the 2027 Stout finally arrives, much of the early excitement has cooled. The market has moved on, expectations have shifted, and buyers now have real alternatives sitting on dealer lots instead of concept sketches and leaked patents. At number 7, the 2027 Toyota Stout sits in a strange middle ground. If the company had moved faster, this story might read very differently. Number 6. 2027 Ram Rampage. We had high hopes, and for a moment, it really felt like Rampage was about to steal the spotlight. This wasn't some half-baked concept or vaporware teaser either. The rig was already out there doing real work in South America, selling well, building a following, and proving that Ram could shrink its formula without losing its attitude. What knocked it down to 5th place wasn't a loss of interest, it was everything happening around it. The plan to bring the 2027 Rampage stateside looked straightforward at first. Then the business reality hit. New tariffs threw a wrench into the cost structure, and suddenly importing the truck made little financial sense. At the same time, Stellantis complicated its own playbook. The return of the Dakota changed the internal math overnight. With a fresh mid-size pickup positioned above it, the Rampage lost its clear role. Building it in the US wasn't viable, not without major retooling that would push prices straight out of compact truck territory. That's why the 2027 Ram Rampage sits at number 6. It's a truck caught in a corporate traffic jam, squeezed by tariffs on one side and a growing lineup on the other. Number 5. 2027 Hyundai Santa Cruz. It was one of the first trucks to show the world that compact pickups can be fun, stylish, and useful before many competitors even knew there was a segment to fight for. For that alone, it deserves respect. But here's where the Santa Cruz runs into its own ceiling. Everyone expected Hyundai to push the envelope further by now, and the core of the package hasn't changed enough. What could flip the script is something a lot of buyers are asking for: a hybrid powertrain. Rumors swirl that Hyundai is working on one for the 2027 lineup, and that could be the shakeup this truck needs. Better fuel economy at first place would put the 2027 Santa Cruz in a different conversation. But Hyundai doesn't want to unveil too many things too soon. Number 4. 2027 Subaru Baja. The Subaru Baja was ahead of its time, and back then, the market simply didn't know what to do with it. Fast forward to 2026, and suddenly the idea makes perfect sense. Compact trucks are cool again, buyers want personality, and Subaru is staring at a wide-open lane that plays directly to its strengths. That's why the 2027 Baja storms back into the conversation at number 4. This isn't a truck that would fade into the background. A modern Baja would instantly feel different. The low-mounted boxer engine keeps the center of gravity in check, giving it road manners that most small pickups can't match. Add Subaru's proven all-wheel drive system, and you get traction and confidence that feels second nature, especially in bad weather or on loose surfaces. The real wildcard is what's happening under the hood. Thanks to Subaru's close cooperation with Toyota, a hybrid Baja suddenly looks very realistic. That combination of efficiency and drivability could turn the pickup into one of the most usable trucks in the segment. At number 4, the 2027 Subaru Baja earns its place by offering something the segment desperately needs: a different experience that actually makes sense. But 3 trucks offer even more. Number 3. 2027 Toyota Hilux Champ. This isn't a polished lifestyle pickup or a softened commuter with a bed added on. The Hilux Champ is raw, honest, and simple. Unlike the Stout, this pickup comes from a completely different design philosophy. It's built as a compact truck first, not a crossover with truck styling cues. That approach could feel refreshing in the US market, where even small rigs keep getting bigger, heavier, and more expensive. What the Hilux Champ could bring is something many buyers don't realize they're missing: choice. An affordable, easy-to-modify truck that works as a tool, not a fashion statement. It also carries the Hilux name, and that still means something. Toyota's reputation for toughness wasn't built in suburban parking lots. A truck with global DNA and proven mechanical simplicity would instantly stand apart from turbo-heavy tech-loaded rivals. The reason it lands at number 3 instead of higher comes down to refinement and expectations. The 2027 Hilux Champ wouldn't appeal to everyone. Ride comfort, interior tech, and noise isolation wouldn't match more consumer-focused compact trucks. Some buyers want more polish, and that's fair. Number 2. 2027 Chevy El Camino. General Motors' original plan was to bring the Chevy Montana up from South America. The route ran into the same wall Ram hit with the Rampage, and that pivot is exactly why the 2027 El Camino lands all the way up at number 2. Building the truck at home is changing everything. It opened the door to something more important: branding that actually moves the needle. Slapping the El Camino badge on a compact pickup instantly sparked interest from people who wouldn't have looked twice at a Montana. Nostalgia is powerful, and GM leaned into it without turning the truck into a retro gimmick. What keeps it from the top spot is polish rather than potential. The El Camino does a lot right, but it still leaves you wanting just a bit more. Maybe a more adventurous drivetrain option, maybe a bolder efficiency play. Number 1. 2027 Ford Maverick. It stays right where it belongs, at the top. Even in 2027, it's still the compact truck everyone else is chasing. There's a simple reason for that. Ford got it right early, then kept refining the formula. This truck didn't just join the segment, it made it hot. The Maverick proved that a compact pickup could be affordable, efficient, and useful without pretending to be something bigger than it is. Years in, it has the track record to back it up. Real owners, real miles, real work. That kind of credibility is hard to fake and even harder to catch up to. Efficiency remains a huge part of the Maverick's appeal. It sips fuel in daily driving, especially in hybrid form, and still holds its own when asked to tow or haul light loads. That balance is the magic trick. Ford also nailed usability. The Maverick is easy to park, the bed is practical, the interior is smartly laid out, and nothing about it feels fragile or experimental. So what else do you want from a compact truck? Proven reliability, strong efficiency, real capability, and a price that still makes sense. The 2027 Ford Maverick checks every one of those boxes, and that's why it finishes this ranking at number 1. Thank you for watching. We look forward to seeing you next time.